Welcome to Automation Edge Training. In this video, we tackle a very common real-world challenge, extracting data from a web table. By the end, you will know exactly how to use the GUI web table step to automate this. You will also see two different selection modes. Let's jump right in. We are going to build a complete working workflow from scratch. The workflow will open a live website, navigate through it, and pull table data straight into Excel. Meet Rayan. Rayan is a data analyst at a research firm. His job is to collect information about scientific labs across India from the CSIR website. The CSIR website displays this data in a nice HTML table. But here's the problem. Rayan has to manually copy each row every single time. That is slow, error-prone, and completely unnecessary. Rayan needs an automated workflow that opens the CSIR website, navigates to the data, and writes the entire table to Excel. That is exactly what we are going to build for him today. Before we open Process Studio, let me quickly show you the website we are automating. This gives you a clear picture of what the workflow needs to do. This is the CSIR website. We will close this language prompt by clicking on Cross button. We start from the home page. We click About Us, then Network Map. Then we click the Lab Clusterwise button. We select any from the drop-down and click Apply. And this table, this is what we need to extract automatically. Notice it has columns. Serial number, acronym, lab name, cluster, and we will map these columns in our workflow. Now, let us go to Process Studio and start building. Here are the 5 steps that make up Rayan's workflow. Step 1. Launch Chrome and open the CSIR website. We use GUI Start Browser for this. Step 2. Close the language modal prompt. We use GUI Mouse Action for click 3. Navigate the site by clicking About Us, Network Map, then Lab Clusterwise. We use GUI Mouse Action for every click. Step 4. Select any from the drop-down. We use the Web drop-down selection step. Step 5. Click Apply. Again, a GUI Mouse Action. Step 6. Fetch the table data. This is the star of our video, the GUI Web Table step. Let me now show you exactly how the GUI Web Table step works. The GUI Web Table step is your superpower for HTML table extraction. It reads any HTML table directly from a live web page. You can extract the entire table or only specific columns, your choice. The output goes into Workflow field, which you can then write to file. Now, there are 2 selection modes. Mode 1, entire table with specific columns. This traverses every row in the table and picks the columns you define by index number. Mode 2, one row with specific columns. This retrieves one row. We will use Mode 1 first, and then switch to Mode 2 so you can see the difference. One important thing to remember. Column indexing starts at 0. So the first column is index 0, the second is index 1, and so on. Before we start building, let me give you a quick reference card for each step we are going to use. GUI Spy, open it from the Tools menu. Uncheck the Windows checkbox. We are doing web automation, not desktop. Enter the CSIR URL, select Chrome, and click Go. Record, once the page loads, we switch to the Record feature. We will record all our click actions, from the home page all the way to the Lab Clusterwise button, in one smooth recording pass. Web drop-down selection. This step is called GUI Combo Box Active inside Process Studio. You have 3 ways to select a value: by index, by visible text, or by value. We will use index 0 because any is the very first option in the drop-down. GUI Web Table. This is the most important one, so listen carefully. You must spy the table border, not a cell inside the table. The border gives you the exact attribute details of the entire table element. Then, inside the step configuration, you map each column using its index number and give it an output field name. That field name is exactly what will appear as a column header in your file. Now, let us go into Process Studio and watch every single one of these steps come alive. Time to build it. I will walk through every single step in Process Studio. Watch how the workflow comes together piece by piece. We already have the workflow open in Process Studio. Now it is time to capture our web elements using GUI Spy. Go to Tools, then click GUI Spy. One important setting before we proceed: uncheck the Windows checkbox. We are doing web automation, so we only need the web option active. Now enter the CSIR URL in the URL field, select Chrome as the browser, and click Go. Chrome opens and loads the CSIR website. GUI Spy is now active and tracking the page. It is ready to capture any element you hover over. Now we are ready to record our click actions. Click the Record button in GUI Spy. The moment you press record, Process Studio starts tracking every mouse click and every keyboard action you perform, and it will turn all of those into workflow steps automatically. Let us perform the actions now. First, close the language selection modal. Now click About Us. Then click Network Map. Finally, click the Lab ClusterWise button. Now click Stop to end the recording. A pop-up appears. Save recorded steps. Here, click Generate Workflow. Process Studio instantly converts every action you just performed into individual workflow steps. And notice, a GUI Start Browser step has also been added automatically at the start of the workflow. Moving ahead, now we spy the dropdown. Hover over the dropdown element. Press tilde. Set action to GUI combo box active. Step name K-Select Cluster. Select by OnIndex. Selection value, year, that is any, the first item. Criteria, XPath. Click Generate. Great. Now click Apply using another mouse action step. Spy and generate it the same way. Step name, MA click Apply. Next, this is the most important step, spying the table. Here is the key. You must hover over the table border, not a cell inside the table. Look for the outermost edge of the table. Position your cursor exactly on it. Press tilde. You will see the attribute window show the table element. Copy the class name value from the attribute window. Now we will configure the GUI web table step. Drag and drop GUI web table onto the canvas and connect it after the Apply click step. Double-click to configure. Step name WT-Fetch Lab Data. Selection option. Entire table with specific columns. This is mode 1. Criteria, class name. Criteria value. Paste the value we copied from the spy. Now for get value. This is where we map columns. I do not need serial number, so I start from column 2, which is index 1. Index 1 output field, acronym. Index 2 output field, lab name. Index 3 cluster. Click OK to save. Now we connect an Excel Writer step to save the data. Drag Excel Writer onto the canvas and connect it after GUI web table. Double-click to configure. Provide the file path and file name for the output Excel file. Click Get Fields. It automatically picks up all the output field names we defined. Click OK. Now save the workflow. Let us execute it. Watch the screen. Chrome opens automatically and lands on the CSIR website. GUI Spy takes over and performs every action we recorded. Closing the modal, clicking About Us, Network Map, Lab ClusterWise, selecting any, clicking Apply. The table loads. The data is captured. And then the browser closes on its own. Everything hands-free. Now switch back to Process Studio. Look at that. Every single step shows a green tick mark. The workflow ran successfully from start to finish. And here in Excel, all the lab data extracted automatically. Acronym lab name cluster, exactly what we mapped. Every row clean and ready. That took Rayon just a few minutes to set up. And it will save him hours every single week. Now I want to show you mode 2 quickly. Go back to the GUI web table configuration. Change selection option to one row with specific columns. Let's execute it. You can see Mode 2 retrieves one row. Let us wrap up with the 4 most important things to remember. First, GUI web table automates HTML table extraction completely. No more manual copy-paste. Second, always use GUI Spy to capture the table border XPath. Spy the border, not a cell inside. Third, column indexes start at 0. Map each index to a named output field. Fourth, choose your selection mode based on what you need. Entire table for batch extraction. One row for row-level control. These 4 points cover everything you need to build table extraction workflows confidently. Before we close, a quick question for you. You may have noticed that the CSIR table has multiple pages. We only fetched page 1 today. How do you think we can retrieve data from all pages? Think about it. In our next video, we will answer that question using the GUI web loop table step. That is a powerful step built specifically for multi-page tables. Until then, practice what you learned today. Build the workflow. Run it. See the data flow. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.